Hey, shut up, Guardian. I'm trying to talk, okay? Where are you? I'm gonna blow you up. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna blow you up. Where are you? I don't hear you anymore. I know we have a bunch here, which, by the way, I can also blow these guys up because they are in liquid. Nothing happens to the place except that more spawn and start to fall and stuff. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome back to RyotPack. We're here, we're doing things, and I made some changes to the base. It's blue now. It's a blue base, because we didn't like purple base very much. Now, we can't really do anything about the color of the portals, or teleporter things, but we would, if we could. Like, just put, like, a dye on there, and then make it blue, because that would be amazing. But that isn't really a thing we can do. So we're going to move on from that. Pretend that these are blue and the rest of our base is blue, and blue is amazing. Now, I just couldn't tolerate it anymore, peeps. I couldn't take it. Now, there is a bug I do want to make sure I mention. Do not, I repeat, in the current version, at least until there is an update, do not attempt to use the trowel to place down panes. It will crash your client if the trowel has to craft its own panes. That is the deal. Alright, so what we're just going to do is we're going to go ahead and make our own little panes just like so. Just like so. And we're going to use them manually. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to be building a path out. I'm going to do a bunch of buildy stuff. But at the same time, I'm going to be talking. This is something I'm going to attempt to do. I hope I can do it well enough. Is that correct? That is correct. And you know how this goes, but I gotta practice, I gotta get practice. I gotta practice to get better. That's what I was trying to say. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, the first thing that I want to mention, there's a couple questions I got. Oh, that's wrong, no. Oh, better. All right, we're good. There's a couple questions I got that I do want to go ahead and answer. I have answered at least one of them in the past, but I will answer it again because it's been a while, which means there's a lot of you that have not heard the answer. So we're gonna go over it anyway. Now, that is, where did my name come from? Now, my name is, I don't know. It's not really a long story. I could make it short if I wanted to, but we're trying to do talky stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you like a little bit of a backstory about it too, because I think it'd be cool. Now, when I was younger, I went through and I had, oh wait, do we want this? Ooh, where, wait, you're going to be on this level, so actually we want that up one. Oh, give me those back. And put the gravel back down. Yes. Yeah, good. Now. Oh, it's getting dark. Crap. Anyway. So when I was younger, I played a lot of video games. I still do. And naturally. It's, I'm on YouTube and stuff. Gotta play the video games now, but before, I just did it for fun. Just for funsies. Just for myself. And it's kind of cool. It's alright. There's nothing wrong with that. But I used to like running, like I would play MMOs, right? I would do a lot of MMO stuff, and I would make guilds, and I would run my own guild, basically. By the way, this is the only way you can actually make snow slabs, because in order to make slabs, you need 3 across the bottom, which makes the snow covers and not the snow slabs. So if you want to use stone slabs, snow slabs, you need to use the trowel in order to craft them. Because it's a thing. Well, you don't have to. You can go a roundabout way, make vertical slabs, and then turn vertical slabs into half slabs. It's just around. It's just easier to use. Just use the trowel, man. Just use the friggin' trowel, okay? But anyway. So I used to play a lot of MMOs and stuff. And I would like to create my own guilds. I would like to invite people. And I actually got pretty good at it because, most of my guilds would end up having, like, I don't know, 400 or 500 people in them. In video games, and it's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. And oftentimes, I was that guy that created one of every single character class. I liked everything about these games, so that's what I did. Now, when you're the leader of a guild, people need to know who the leader is. And they would never know what character I was on, so I created this little system so that people would always know when I'm online, so they can ask me questions, they could do this, they could do that. And this is where I got the nickname X, and it's why I prefer X, because I've just kind of answered to it for so long, and now I like it. It's just kind of a thing. But I would take the character class name, and I would just replace the first letter with an X. So like a warrior would be Zarrior. Xarrior, right? So, I mean, it was kind of a cool little concept, but if you think about it, my favorite character class is a rogue, like the thief-like character, so rogue. Now, if you take ROGUE and you replace the first letter with an X, what do you get? XOGUE. So that's where that came from, and the reason behind it was just so people could identify me on, you know, when I was playing the game. So they could actually just kind of, oh, that's wrong. No, give me those back. Thank you. So they could actually find me and ask me questions or do whatever kind of stuff they wanted to do with the guild leader. I'm out of snow. No, I'm not. I'm good again. So that's pretty much where the name came from. And I just kind of ran with it, you know, after, you know, things just started happening. I liked the name. It was a very good name. I really, really, really liked the name. So we just kind of ran with it for everything online. So naturally, when I came to YouTube, that's what I kept going with, Xogue. It's short, sweet, and for some reason, not many people online use it. So I could pretty much get an account anywhere. Now, I already have accounts in, like, everywhere online and stuff, almost. There are a couple places. There are actually, I noticed that some people were actually using my name on different servers in the same MMO. Like, I couldn't go to certain other servers because they knew me from the first one and they liked the name or something. So they kind of started using it. But it's okay. I don't play the MMOs anymore, so it's fine. I don't mind anymore. I did at the time. I was really upset at the time. But anyway, so that's where the name came from. And that is pretty much what we've got thus far. So that's pretty cool. It's a cool little thing. I like it, and that's what it's going to be for a very, 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 very long time. If it ever changes, it will be a very long time from now. But anyway, so that's question number one. That's where the name came from. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like that story, and I've told it a lot of times in the past. But like I said, there's a lot of you that are newish to the channel that haven't heard that story since the last time I told it. And so there you go. Now you know. Now you know where Xogue comes from. Xogue comes from. So, you know, I like being the sneaky character, so that's kind of a thing. Anyway, oh, we're out of room. No, we're not. We're good. We're fine. But anyway, so the next question that I got is, why did you choose to make a family-friendly channel? Now, I don't diss anyone for their choices on YouTube. I don't, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, because those other people are stupid. No, they're not. They're not stupid. They have their style and I have mine. Now, my style, I like, you know, you got to boil it down to what is it that I like to do, right? I like to make people laugh. I like to be the goofy guy and make you laugh. Because if you're laughing, then you're having a good time. And if you're having a good time, then I'm doing my job. That's what I like to do. And the best part about it is it's not a job. It's for fun. You know, I like having fun by making other people have fun. That's pretty much what I do. So, if you think about that for a second, why would I restrict that to only people who are, you know, over a certain age group? Why would I say, no, you can't have fun, little 8-year-olds? Yeah, I'm not going to let you because I'm going to restrict my channel to only being adult people. No. That's just not something I'm going to do. I don't ever plan to do that. It will always be a family-friendly channel, unless I'm playing certain specific games, in which case I would have to restrict those videos. But those videos will be the only ones that are rated for mature content. I will leave them as open, like I won't restrict them through YouTube stuffs, but I will have a disclaimer at the beginning. So if you don't see a disclaimer, then the game is safe for, you know, kids and stuff. Like, for example, the Forest. When I was doing a Forest series, I put a disclaimer at the beginning of each of the videos saying, hey, this is for, you know, that's got naked boobies in it. You got boobies in that game. Granted, they're tribal boobies, but they're still boobies, you know, from girls and stuff. Like, this, it's just not that, yeah, that, I don't know. So I put a disclaimer at the beginning for those that want to restrict their kids or whatever from seeing that kind of stuff. They now know about that. Anyway, so you get the idea. That's the concept. It will always be a family-friendly channel whenever I am able to do so, basically. That's pretty much why. That's pretty much the thing. Oh, that's wrong. Don't. Oh, what? Really? Oh, okay. Nope, that's fine. We got this. We got this, peeps. Yes. This is coming along pretty well. I like this. This is a nice little I like this. This nice little road thing. And so far, no mobs can really get in it, except for, like, at the end. Like, we have it's guarded. I think. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, they can't get up here. What, like, here? No, they can't do that either. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Oh, wait, right here. Can they get up? Oh, maybe. The mobs aren't smart enough to do that, I don't think, to go like that. They might be. I don't think so. I don't think so, but maybe I should bring this one more over. Maybe. I don't know. Well, I don't think so. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Alright, so I did go ahead and kind of get a little bit further, a little bit closer to our spawner over here, which, by the way, we are not going to go straight into it. We're going to open it up here in a little bit after this, and I'm not exactly sure how just yet. But it will be opened up so we have room for other stuff. By the way, hello, experience. I love that. Die. Yeah, and now they're all coming back down, which I modified this to include squid. So now we have squid spawning as well, which means that these guys are all going to be aiming at a squid or 2 or 3, and they're all going to fall down the hole really, really quick, which is perfect. It's absolutely perfect because they all go straight down into the hole. It's like I told you that, you know, when they're shooting at something, they don't try to jump at the edge of a thing. So with the squid in there, they just fall right in the hole. They're all good to go. And now once they're all good and close, we can walk right up and be like, hi, goodbye. Kind of like that. A couple times. There we go. Got it. And now our inventory is completely full with stuff. We gotta empty out all the flesh and everything. Flesh? I mean fish. Fish is what I meant, not flesh. Don't worry about the flesh. Okay, no flesh. I said no flesh. Anyway, so now it's my turn to come up with a subject. You guys have been great with coming up with subjects and stuff, things to talk about, you know, which is awesome. I love talking, you know, to the peeps and stuff in the comments, and if I don't address it, you know, something that was said in the comments, I will talk about it in a video. Like if I tell you, all right, I got it, or hey, you know, I'll get into it or something like that, then it just means I'm going to go through it in a video. So don't worry about that. But I do like having these subjects come from you guys about what you want to know. I like that. And now it's my turn to come up with something that I want to talk about. And this is kind of about employment. Like I know not all of you work. I know some of you are probably too young to work just yet. But maybe you can gain some insider knowledge from those of us who have worked or do work. I still work. There's still a job that I don't like to go to all the time. But anyway, so this one, now what I want to hear from you guys is kind of the best and the worst. And I don't mean just like I had a really good day today because blah, 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 blah. Good days are awesome and I'm happy you had a good day. But I mean like the excellent days. Like, oh my gosh, this one time I walked into the parking lot and I found a $100 bill. Holy crap, it was amazing. That was the best work experience I've ever had. That's cool. Go ahead and tell me about those because that's pretty cool. But I mean, you know, the really, really, really good days or the really, 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 really bad days. Because some of these other guys that don't work, maybe they want to hear about some of the good or really bad stuff to, you know, watch out for or, you know, look for or, you know, you get the idea. So my experience, probably the worst experience, and this is just coincidentally the first time I ever got so angered, so upset at a job that I literally went in and put in my 2 weeks notice right after this happened. And again, for those of you who do not know, 2 weeks notice is kind of common practice. You put in your 2 weeks before you quit to give the company enough time to find a replacement for you. I was really, really, really good at this point in time, so I didn't just like get up and leave. You know, like some people do. I did actually put in my 2 weeks notice and I stuck to it, you know, and all that good stuff. But anyway, so I go to work this one day, and at this point in time, you know, we're working at a fast food restaurant. Which one doesn't matter because, you know, I'm not going to blast any certain place or anything like that. But I go into work this one specific day, and there's this manager that is just, she's new. She doesn't know. She's just new. We're also not going to get into names. No names and no specific places in the comments, peeps. Nothing specific, just general terms. But anyway, so this new manager, you know, I know what I'm doing. I've been there for a while. I know exactly what's got to go on, what needs to be done, and I am already in progress of doing it. Right? So I go into work, I start doing my job, and I start stocking things like cups and, you know, the plasticware and the sauces and all these things. And as I'm carrying these boxes out, I literally have the boxes in my hand. They are in my hand already. You know, and hold that thought. As I was trying to say, hopefully that didn't destroy too much, but I had these things in my hand, and this manager was continuing to tell me. For example, I would walk out of the back with a box of sauces, ready to fill the sauce canisters up. I was ready. I was in progress. I was walking towards the sauce container, and she would look at me and say, "Hey, Brandon, can you go refill the sauces?" Like before, like she would. It just got to me. So I held up the box. The first time I held up the box, and I said very, very nicely, and I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." Those words. I was very polite as a kid. I was really, really, really polite. I did good jobs with those things. Manners and such. So, you know, I did these things. I was like, okay, I got this, manager lady. We're good. Don't worry about it. And next thing I know, I'm carrying out the thing of cups or something. Silverware, I don't know, plastic, something. Right? And then, so I'm like, all right, no problem. And she proceeds to tell me to stock the thing that I was carrying. It was in my hand again. I was on my way to that location again. And she was, "Brandon, can you go stock the cups?" Yeah, I have the box in my hand. I'm going to do that now. She's like, "Okay, good job." I'm like, "Thank you." So, you know, at this point, I'm getting a little short. I'm just getting a little irritated that she can't think of an original idea. She has to seem powerful by telling me to do something that I was already doing, and this is getting on my nerves, right? So then it happens a third time. Then I'm getting really, really angry, right? I'm starting to get it. I'm getting heated. Then it happens a fourth time. Let me tell you something about me. I am probably the slowest person to anger you will ever meet in your life. If you, well, you know, provided the fact that you ever get, you know, to meet me or whatever, but I would be the slowest person to anger you would ever meet. But in this particular case, I was so angered. I was so upset. I blew up at the lady. I said, "Look, you have no idea how to manage if the only task you can come up with for me to do is the exact thing that I'm already doing. Why are you here? Your existence in this establishment is completely pointless. There is no point for you to be here if you are going to continue to do nothing." She was like, "You need to take this to the back." I said, "You need to go to the back forever. You don't need to talk to me anymore." And then I proceeded to walk to the back to the GM, who, by the way, is my best friend's mother, so that helped me out a little bit there. But yeah, I went back and I said, "Look, I'm sorry, you know." And of course, I know her name, so I used her actual name. I was like, "Look, name, I'm sorry, but this is my 2 weeks notice. I cannot work with that woman ever. No." Well, the thing is, I worked there for another couple weeks. This manager never once talked to me again. She didn't talk to me for the entire 2 weeks. Didn't say a word to me. And everything was just peachy after that. But I had already put in my 2 weeks notice, and I wasn't about to cancel it, because if I canceled it, then in my mind, she would have won. And I don't know why I felt that way, but it would have felt that way. So I had to continue with the quitting. And then it was all good. I'm pretty sure I ended up getting a job making like $3 an hour more, like a few weeks later. So it was, I don't know, it worked out in the end. It was pretty good. So yeah, it was one of those scenarios. Like, I am ridiculously slow to anger. I have an extreme amount of patience. And this lady just really, really got to me. Hardcore, like wickedly bad. Like, it was just, just thinking about it is making me angry again. Not really angry. I'm not angry, peeps. I'm good. I'm just saying, like, you know, I can remember it like it was yesterday. I can remember the feelings, basically. So anyway, so that's kind of my story about bad situations, right? That was a really bad one. Let me take a second here real quick. Let me see if I can come up with a good one. To balance things out a little bit, I told you a really bad one. Maybe I can come up with a really, really good one, right? Hold on a second. Let me think. I need to think a bit. All right. So here we go. I thought of something. But first, you need to understand something about me, right? My favorite thing to do, something I think is the best feeling in the world, is brightening someone else's day, right? That's what I do on YouTube. That's what I like to do on YouTube. That's what I like to think that I do on YouTube anyway. You know, I'm giving you guys some entertainment. I'm giving you something to watch. Hopefully you're having a whole lot of fun, because naturally I am. I'm playing a video game. Of course I'm having fun. But I hope I can bring you guys along, and, you know, stuff will be fun for you. So I love it. That's why I like seeing you guys' comments and stuff. And you're like, oh yeah, it was great. Thanks, man. Totally. I love it. So my first job ever, this is actually when I learned that I liked, you know, brightening people's day so much. It was at a place called Funland. And I know I said I was leaving places out, but this is a very specific place. And the name is kind of tells you what it is, like, sort of, right? It's one of those family arcade style things, right? They have the arcade games. They have a whole bunch of stuff. They have a ball pit for little kids, you know, all these kinds of things. Shut up, Guardian. I'm trying to talk, okay? Where are you? I'm going to blow you up. I'm not kidding. I'm going to blow you up. Where are you? I don't hear you anymore. I know we have a bunch here, which, by the way, I can also blow these guys up because they are in liquid. Nothing happens to the place except that more spawn and start to fall and stuff. But anyway, so it's like this family arcade. It's got like a ball pit. It's got go-karts. It's got mini golf. It's got arcade games. You know, I think I said that part already. You know, and it's a whole lot of fun for a whole lot of people. But they also have this other area where kids can go, or parents can go, to sign up to have their kid's birthday party there. My first ever job was over in that area, where I was basically a party host. Now, granted, at this point in time, at this point in my life, I was nothing like how I am now, right? I would absolutely love to do that again. I think that would be so much fun. But at this point in my life, I was still really, really shy. Like, this was years and years and years ago. I hadn't opened up yet. I hadn't discovered my fun, energetic, derpy self, which would be great for parties, I'm thinking. It would be pretty amazing, I think. How many of you would like to have me as a party host? I think there's probably a bunch of you. Anyway, so it doesn't matter how I was at this time. So anyway, so I'm sitting here, you know, going through this whole party host thing, right? I'm setting up this kid's birthday party. And the parents show up and they say, you know, this is what we're looking for, which is kind of, you know, par for the course. The parents want their kids to have, you know, a specific experience from, you know, this place that they just paid. It's not cheap either. It's like $100 or something. The beginning package is like $100 or whatever it is. You know, it's not a cheap little thing. And this is just for the party. That doesn't count the gifts. Like, there's no gifts included. It's just kind of, you get free roam on the family arcade within certain limits. And, you know, that's just what you get. Would you stop trying to shoot me? I'm trying to build a thing, okay? I'm trying to build a thing. I think this is, actually, it might be a little bit too far. I think we want to go out a little bit around here. Yeah, I think we're going to start spreading out around here. And it's going to go sideways. Stop spawning already. But anyway, so they, you know, they have these birthday packages that range and vary in price, but they're, you know, roughly $100 is what you're looking at. And you get one of us that hosts your party. It's just kind of how that works. And I need more magic wood. Hello, magic wood. Hello, bone meal. Nope, that's gravel. This is bone meal. So, you know, I'm doing this party and I'm following their rules, the parents' rules as closely as I can. And it's kind of, you know, it's all good. Everything's going well. The kid's laughing. And I don't know, for whatever reason, in this one particular day, I decide that I'm not going to be shy today. I'm going to be fun. I'm going to be open. And I'm just going to not give a crap what anybody's going to look at me or say about me or anything like that. And like I said, this is when I learned about my possible personality traits. This is when I learned that I could emerge from my shyness Break free from the shell. There's a creeper in my base. Crapo. This is not good. Bad scenarios. Bad scenarios, peeps. This is terrible. Oh, whoa, stop shooting me. This is not good. Skeleton's trying to shoot me. Gotcha. Okay, creeper time. Whoa, hello, creeper. Got him. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Okay. Like I was saying, this is when I kind of learned that, you know, emerging from my shell, I could be something pretty amazing. Because I did this in this day for this one very particular kid's birthday party. I followed you know, parents' rules to the letter, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. They came up to me afterwards, and they said, I think our son had the most fun here at this one party with you as his host. I think our son had more fun here than he has had anywhere else in his entire life. And I was like, the parents just told me this, and they were like, now, we don't want you to get the wrong idea. We take our kid to amusement parks. We take our kid, we do everything we can to give him a good time. But it's not often that somebody can just play with him so freely, so openly. He wants to invite you to dinner tonight. Now, we told him no because this is your job. But we thought you should know. And we're going to be telling your bosses, you know, all this other stuff. I ended up getting a raise and a $50 tip on that one party, which is kind of ridiculous. It's a really good friggin' tip, right? Now you got to think, I was there for a couple hours, you know, waiting on them, you know, making sure the drinks and everything were filled, all that kind of crazy stuff. So a little bit of a tip is like a waiter. You're going to get one. Usually, not all the time. Some people are just stingy and don't give you nothing. But this one, they were just like, it was exactly what it was better than we were expecting. It was better than what we wanted. So thank you. I was like, this is like the best thing that's ever happened to me before, because the one day, and this is why it was so like out of the ordinary, is the one day that I open up, the one day that I just stop caring what people think, is the one day everybody loves me. And I'm like, this is great. This is the best thing that's ever happened. Don't blow up, don't blow up. We're good. So that's kind of where everything started for me. That's kind of where everything opened up for me. And I just kind of ran with it after that. And yeah, it's pretty good. That was like the turning point in my life, really. I'm thinking. Yeah, we're going to go with that as the turning point. Zombies, get away from me, zombies. So anyway. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So now we're back. I haven't really done a whole lot of work over here. I did spruce this up a little bit. I like this design. I started going from here because I had an idea in mind, and I'm not sure how exactly they're going to come together just yet. I'm kind of leaving it open. Maybe more ideas will form in the future, but we shall see. Now this area over here, this whole area is eventually, I'm going to be taking down a lot of this extra stuff over here. That's why I didn't really care exactly where the path was in relation to, you know, the peninsula itself. But I did want to make sure that the path was straight on to the farm, because most of this other stuff is going to be taken down. We'll end up creating paths, like, for example, our snow golem farm over here that we're getting for snow, which we're going to be using extensively in a lot of the builds, because I really, really, really like the white and blue. I want to mix it up for certain builds, like blood magic, white and blue may not be the best, just because blood magic is like one of the darker arts or whatever. But you know, we'll kind of play with that as we get to it. But you know, our snow golem farm will go over here. We're gonna have probably an enchanting setup, since this is like our XP farm, which we have a lot of XP. I know you can't really see right there, but if we hold shift, I have about 18,000 in here. 14,000 was like 66 levels or something like that. So we have a lot of levels in here, like a tremendous amount of levels. And most of that is from the Guardian farm right here. Like, this thing is wicked good. So that's really, really cool. That's going to be our XP getter. So that way we can actually finally get a really, really good bow, because we got a lot of books. We got a lot of string for bows. We got books. We got lapis. We got a bunch of stuff. I do need to set up an area for a mine, and I'm not sure if I want that to be over here. Because, like I said, I want this to be the farming area, and farming is all about collecting resources, so it might fit over here, but I'm not sure if I want it to be over here. So we will have to play with that. But since we can fly, we're going to go straight down into it. And just in case I do need to get down there, like, I don't know, I break down a mine, and for some reason, mob blows me up, then we can actually get down to the bottom without any issue. We're going to put like a slime block or some kind of something down there so that it'll break our fall and we won't take any damage from it, which would be amazing because we need that just in case, you know, but it'll be a straight down drop. And to get back up, I guess I'm going to have to go the long way if I ever go down there and need to climb back up without flight. I don't know. I really don't know, but it will be a thing either way. So we're good. Now, so many ideas. Like, I have ideas all over the place for lots of everything. Like, for example, we need a lot more of these guys for like blaze and our regular food, which, by the way, this thing right here, this gem, this gem is only tier 1. We didn't need a whole, or tier 2. That's actually tier 2. Okay. We didn't need a whole lot of those guys because of the fact that we just only need a couple. Like 5 guardians can aim at 1 squid and they're all still going to fall down the hole, so it's not a huge deal. But with it being such a low tier, a lever does not work on this guy. He just doesn't. So we're always going to have squid spawning in here. But this guy is tier 5, so we do have access to the lever. Like, as you grow in the tiers, the more features you get, kind of thing. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Now, that's I don't know. That's just kind of some of the ideas I have, and we will get to all of the ideas that I have in the future. We're gonna be playing with some stuff, peeps. We got some big plans for this place, big plans. But I did find out something. I found the center of this place, and I also found with the default zoom level of the map writer, which is we're still working on replacing it because nobody on the server likes map writer, like nobody. It's just not a good map in our opinion. But we can see just about the entire island. Like, there's really not too much outside of the boundary right now. If we go over just a little bit, we see the end of the island there, and it barely goes out of the screen in these directions. Like, it's really, really close. And now, mind you, we can zoom in and out. Like, I can zoom out right now. But this is the default. This one fits almost perfectly inside, and this is the default zoom level, which I think is really cool because we can always come directly to the center. We might make some kind of a center marking thing here, just so we know exactly where it is, kind of stuff, just so we can kind of look at the map and actually see, you know, how things have progressed and how it looks on the map. But right now, this is our only little thing. So that's kind of a, you know, well, it's kind of a thing. So anyway, I want to know all about your ideas. Don't forget, we got a lot of real estate here. So if you have any ideas for things that I can do to the island, which, oh, I almost forgot. I forgot last episode. I almost forgot this episode. The island is called Zoetopia because that is the comment that I got. That is the comment that I liked, and it's awesome. So Zoetopia is our island. It's really good. I really like that name. That is perfect. Anyway, so Zoetopia, we have a lot of real estate on Zoetopia, and we really need to get this thing going. We need to get some more stuff here. So if you have any ideas for this, let me know. Don't forget to tell me all about your stories down there in the comments too, because I want to know about your greatest and worst experiences with things. And why not? If you got any turning points, any moments in your life where you realized, you know what, I'm going to change. I'm going to change my life, or I'm going to change who I am. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Whatever it is, I want to know about that too, because it's cool stuff. It's good stuff. It's really, really cool. Motivating. You know, it's motivating. So anyway, yeah. Just comment stuff. Just say things down there. Type words and hit enter. And then click that like button too. Don't forget to hit the like button, because the like buttons help out tremendously. I also want to go ahead and make a casual mention. I do have a Patreon if any of you guys want to support me there. I have a Twitter if you want to follow me there and see all the updates that I have on new videos and all these other good things. I also post random other stuff too. Just because it's cool. Twitter's pretty cool for that. Yeah. But anyway, so there's a lot of links down there in the description right at the top. So go ahead, feel free to check those out. And yeah, so now I have to say my whole outro, even though some of that was just what I just said. So anyway, moving on. If you did like the video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more, you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out, peeps.